but I've set myself up to play with people that are 5-0 and above, and they're probably going to hate it because I'm going to look like crap. But I think, and I might be wrong, I think if I play enough games that I in my own mind, I will have no choice but to get to that level. And that's what I think is going to happen. And the only thing I'm comparing it to is when I was in high school, and my high school coach used to bring in college wrestlers for me to wrestle, and it brought me up levels in a very short time. And that's the only thing that's my proof of concept, and I don't know if it's going to work, but that's what we're going to try to figure out.
I'm Jackson. I've been playing for a few years, started in COVID, just playing casually with my dad, and then a couple years ago got really serious, started playing tournaments, and now me and him, we just started playing in the open pro tournaments, and it's great. It's a lot of fun.
What level are you at right now?
5-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're here to torture my friend. He's trying to catch up.
A little bit, yeah.
And you, sir?
How's it going? I'm Jake Pano. I started playing about a year ago, just at the local courts at Bonita Canyon, and then kind of just started like meeting new people, and we're like, okay, like maybe I'll take it more serious. Started doing tournaments, and now, yeah, like he said, like we've been trying to do some open tournaments, trying to get to, like through pro qualifiers and stuff. And my current rating is just over a 5, like 5-1 right now.
So tell us about your normal day. What's a normal? How many hours are you playing a day as this sport?
Honestly, it's quite a bit. I'll start usually around like 2 o'clock at Bonita, maybe go from like 2 to 5 or so, and then me and him will usually go to TTC in Newport, where we're members at, and probably train there till about 8 o'clock. And then, so that's about it. Probably 6 hours a day right now, I would say.
Okay.
Usually.
How many calories does that burn?
I used to have a watch, my Apple Watch.
It blew up?
It would be like 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day,
Yeah.
at least.
No, it's good.
So you
It's
like
a lot
Michael Phelps?
It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
It's just
you
a
have
lot
to
of
eat a
short
lot.
movements, keeping
Yeah.
your body tense for a long period of time. It's a great workout.
Is there's no fitness regime for this? Just show up and keep playing 6 hours a day, or is there?
Pretty much. I mean,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I do.
So
Yeah.
like in MMA, you're going over like you guys, because I noticed you guys do drill a lot. When you guys warm up, you guys are hitting it back and forth. So like in MMA or wrestling, we will sit there and do drills like 100 times during practice.
Yeah.
You know, is that something that you guys do in pickleball?
That's the same
That's
thing.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll do the same shot 100 times,
Right.
and you got to keep that up to get any sort of consistency that the pros have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So the one thing I've seen is like the good people will sit out there and warm up for like 5 or 10 minutes, and like if you're waiting to play, you're like, man, hurry the heck up, you know.
Yeah.
But they're just practicing, you know, and it makes a lot of sense why you guys do that.
Their practice is better than your main game. So
100%, 100%. So,
Yeah. No, you have to, like with anything. Like we do a thing now, like where we won't leave like the court till like we hit like 50 shots like in a row of whatever we're working on, like dinks, drops, like we have to hit or 40 or 50 in a row before we're allowed to leave, or like something like that, you know, just to like try to perfect it as much as possible, you know.
how long do you think it's possible? What's the most you think you could raise your game in a week? He has some goals where he's at, and by playing along with better people to get to like 4.5, 5, or whatever.
I would say, I mean, we say
It's
it
ambitious.
ourselves, like if we don't drill for a while, literally like one drill session, we're like, oh wait, I feel like I just got so much better. To get to like a 4.0, 4.5 level though, that's like pretty big jump from like the 3 to 3.5 level. So I would say like in a week, we could probably get it to where like you're somewhat competitive in like a 4.0 game, but I don't know if you'd be like winning those games. But like if you drilled every day, I feel like by the end of the week, like we can make it to where like you're somewhat competitive in those games.
So can we take him like from a 3.5 to a 4.0, you think?
In a week, I think it would be like
If he's a competitive
I
guy
think it's possible.
that's
If
an
you're
athlete,
athletic
Yeah.
and you learn 4.0s about knowing certain shots
you're
to hit,
committed to it.
you
Yeah.
can learn all those shots.
Right.
Then getting to 4.5, 5.0 is mastering those shots, getting
Right.
consistent, and just like the IQ of the game.
So that's what we're trying to prove in this whole. That's our goal.
The premise.
We're trying to see if you get someone that has maybe like the ambition, that's willing to do all that. See if it's possible. Because maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not. I know. In the text I sent you guys, I mean, we compare it to jiu-jitsu. If you got a white belt that went with a black belt for a week, he'll probably be worse in a week than he was, because he's going to think he's good. He's going to get tore up, you know.
Right.
So, you know, but every sport's different, you know.
Right.
I know personally from wrestling, you could go with really good guys for a week and you're going to get better
For sure.
because you're just going to get sick of getting your butt kicked or
I know
whatever.
it's in skiing.
Yeah, so that's all we're trying to prove and see what's out there, and see we'll test it out. And so we appreciate you guys doing this.
Well, here's the thing: if you guys can help raise Chris from like a 3.5 to a 4.0, You don't have to do much. Just keep whooping him, and he has to try to keep up, and that's about it.
Right. Yeah.
And then bottom line is, you guys will have a hell of a thing that people will sign up to pay for, because they're going to want, can it make me better in a week seminar, because no one's teaching that one as far as I can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might see 3 strokes to be a 4.0 if you practice for 2 years.
Right.
Level up camps that I've looked into, they go over the drills and they teach you all the concepts, but they're not immersing you with good players.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
And I noticed personally, I don't. You've seen me play, I think, a few times. You probably never paid attention because I suck. But I do when I do play in the challenge court, though. I feel like after 2 or 3 games in there, I feel like I get way better because I don't want to disappoint the person I'm playing with, number one, and I'm just on my toes, and I'm just so that's what made me actually think of it.